I swear, I have to balance this if it's gonna work. So, um, let's get into today's trade, which was a decent win. So, oh no, this is not so laggy, bro. Yesterday was not a good day. So basically, let's just go over yesterday because I feel like I need to, because I didn't end up record. No, I did record it, but I'd not uploaded it. It doesn't show it. Let me. I just don't remember because we had so. Yeah, I think I saw a long setup, didn't take it, which was super annoying. I think I lost a trade here or something, and then I was like, right, this is it. So here on this leg down, that looks like a small leg down now compared to this, but it was because that was data new. That was data look. I'll even show you in the 1 minute. I think it was Nvidia earnings. Look at that. That's insane. 1 minute time frame, bro. Compared to this, so my entry was. I was so stupid. So my entry was this, right? Pretty good, right? And I stupidly did not take like profits anywhere because it's me being me. And then we had a really good reaction back up. Yeah, I should have took profits on this. This was the break even level, and then I was targeting basically this because there was only this low, but which is probably where I should have took profits at. But yeah, I got stopped at break even on all of my setups there, so I ended up longing on my alpha account because I had like $300 left. So I was like, I'll just reset it. So I entered something like this, and then my stop was here, but I got auto liquidated, even though I had 167 drawdown left. So I didn't even fail the account. But yeah, that was a winner, which was a shame because I would have done quite well on that with the risk level. But yeah, I ended up resetting. So anyway, so yeah, it was a bad day yesterday. It wasn't nice. But let's move on to today. So coming into market today, we had a lot of liquidity to draw on the downside, and we were quite high up on market open. Yeah, market opens here, and we were already quite high up. We had this data high from the earnings, and then we also had a data low. Data low with New York AM low, London lows, previous Asia lows, and that's on top of today's Asia lows and London lows. So shorts looks really good here because we rejected. We came up, we swept, we traded into an hourly fair value gap, rejecting it, and then we had this awesome rejection right out of this 1 hour gap. I was waiting for this second sweep. I was also on with the mentorship, but I was looking on my own. This inverse was huge, and this is something I learned from because it was so big. We don't want to just front run this gap. Like he was saying you could get in a trade here technically, but you would be front running this gap, and obviously it did pay. But like, because a lot of people are entering stuff like this, and then right here, and then at these lows, like it printed. But I went against it because I trusted his guidance, and he said he didn't want to enter this. Like, look, we were basically waiting for a retest of this area, and then we would have entered something like this, and then, like I said, all these lows to target, like all of this, tons and tons. But then we flipped, so we traded into another hour. This was something I'm learning now because we're trading in like a range of on each side. We've got 4 hour fair value gaps on both sides, 1 hour fair value gaps on both sides. Like we're just trading out, but we are tending more bullish. Like I said, we had more bullish momentum, so we ended up flipping the bias because we traded into that 1 hour gap. We ended up flipping a 15 minute though. Like, look, we ended up flipping this 15 minute. And I think we flipped this 5-minute gap too, and it's like, but then we traded into this 1 hour. We took out these. We had an SMT off London lows because ES swept them. As you can see, I mean, now we've just traded to all-time highs, which is cool. But yeah, man, longs were super valid today. So if we have a quick look, so yeah, so we ended up taking a re-entry. So the first one was based on this inverse here. Let me just I can read. So this 1 minute gap here, once we're inversed, we were like, right. Now I was more worried about this because we have a second inverse. We have 2 legs. Now my mentor didn't go with the first presented gap. He went with the second one, which didn't make sense to me. But what I did was I entered on this first one, and then I only entered small position. As we inversed this, I added to the position, and it came down, so I got a decent entry, basically the same entry. So I was able to have position, and then, but the thing is, we were targeting this high here as the first one, just to break even, set to it, and then we were looking to run these highs here, and keep going. Now, as you can see, it just as soon as we entered here, because look, huge, nice move. Yeah, 7 minutes past 3, still in macro. Then we just chop down a bit, which I believe after it came down here. Oh no, I think it was down here, or it was somewhere around here. We decided to exit. I want to see if I've got it marked out somewhere. Yeah, so only a small, because I ended up taking a small loss on that. I don't remember where. I feel like it was around this purple line where we ended up exiting. So yeah, I lost the first trade. I lost like $300 or something. $200 compared to like a 1% risk though. We ended up losing, not a lot. In hindsight, and I lost like $170, $200 on the alpha. So yeah, we came back down, and then we had this huge reaction here, back up as soon as we exited the trade, pretty much. And then when we got a retest of this, I was actually looking for shorts here because he was looking for longs again, but I was basically going to run this this 1 minute gap here. I was going to run that. If we flipped it, I was going to then take a short like this. I was then going to take a short here like this, break even here, maybe a first 2 profit, and then London lows. And then obviously towards the data lows. So yeah, I was like, I had my own bias in play, but it didn't happen. So I was like, okay, that's cool. So then once we reacted off this 1 minute fair value gap, and then we reacted back up, I then thought, okay, this is good for, he was entering. And then because we reacted off this, I said, okay. And then we started moving. We hit our break-even point, which was here. So that's what I did, break-even point. And then as we got up here, trailed my stop loss under these lows. And then we got up here, and then came back down. Almost hit my trailed stop loss. Oh no, my trailed stop loss was down here, sorry. Just for the time being. And then as it came up, I took some profits here as we came right up here and pushed past. I took like over half a position out on most of my trades, and then I just trailed at this low, and then as you can see, we displaced quite a lot lower. We never hit our break-even point. We ended up just chopping, and then we're climbing higher now. But yeah, pay the trader, because a lot of times this would tag your break-even and then go higher. So I learned to pay myself today, which was great. As I said, I think I did 1,000 on this account, 1% maybe on the actual test itself. I'm not logged in. Oh, let me. Jeez, bro. Oh, it's not logged me on. Let me just. There we go. So here we go. Account balance we're up 1.5%, but I made 2% on the trade. Because like I said, I already lost a small amount on the first trade. So like I said, here you go, you can actually see my entries and exits here. So yeah, I accidentally entered a short there as well when I didn't mean to. So I immediately exited that, even though it would have paid a little bit. But yeah, that was our initial entry. I added more here, I think, and then yeah, stopped here. And then like I said, we reacted. So I took a small. So like I said, there took a small. Oh no, that wasn't the initial one, was it? Because it was on this. So yeah, ended up taking a little smaller, something like that. And then, like I said, this one printed. And yeah, so I think overall, I mean, if I had stayed in this trade, I think the risk reward was actually very similar. So I probably would have just made the 1%, but so I probably would have made, like I said, $200 more maybe. But yeah, that's about it. That's it for the trade today. I stuck to my own bias as well. Like I said, I really liked how we traded out of this. And then it lined up with his own bias, which was nice. And like I said, I was ready to flip shorts because we manipulated up here, just tagged all this low resistance liquidity, and then we came back down. That's why I was so like, we could short here, because we were also respecting 5-minute gaps here and a 5-minute inverse, reacting out of it. But yeah, once we respected this and came back up out and respected this breaker block here, we'll just mark that out. Respected the breaker block, so it's like a unicorn setup, that reaction. Yeah, could have gone more aggressive on the stop, maybe like that, but it's whatever. But yeah, it's good data. Loss yesterday wasn't great, but we're fixing that. Fix our mistakes and we'll carry on. So that's it. I will be on at some other point. Maybe next week, next Tuesday, I believe.